This podcast is called Breakfast with Hassan.
Yes. This is what we call a breakfast in the middle of nowhere.
Yes. This is.
It is a very pleasure actually having breakfast in the area where you can hear the water buzzing from a distance.
Yes.
We can hear birds calling from our back. We can also have a good angle of scanning what is happening around this area.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, hippopotamus.
In hippopotamus sometimes, yes. We have just heard one of the hippo making a yeah, that's how they will sound. Yes.
Yes.
I am staying with this animal for quite long. So I'm actually trying as much as possible to learn their sounds as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very good. So what do you have for us for breakfast?
So we are actually having the chocolate muffin. We have American pancake, and we have this plain omelette, and we have some bacon and sausage,
Yes.
and some fruits platter for you.
Okay.
But also we have some muesli here in case you'd like.
What is that? What's muesli?
The muesli, it's all a cereal thing.
Oh, like granola.
Yeah, like granola. Yes, but it's actually mixed things which are really, really nice. But it's like a granola.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
when I say granola, I think you will understand that. Yes. So we have plain yogurt together with some cold milk.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have prepared our coffee here. We are waiting for couple of minutes.
Yes.
Usually the coffee is advised
Yes.
when you pour the hot water in it, at least 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, to make sure that the coffee is really in its way of enjoying it. Yes.
So I may ask you questions that you've already answered for us, but this is for my audience.
Of course, you're most welcome.
Yes, of course.
You're most welcome.
Okay, Hassan, how long have you been a guide here?
Well, I have been guiding for 2 years now.
Okay.
But before that, I was a waiter.
Oh, you were?
Yes, I was a waiter.
No wonder you're so good at serving us. In the
Definitely,
morning.
definitely, yeah. So my background with the company, I joined Yasilia in 2019. Yes, in 2019, that's the time I joined them, and I was in one of their camp in southern part of Tanzania. It is called the Rohoya Selous.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did there for 2 good years as a waiter.
Yes.
And then in 2020, that's the time I was supposed to start joining the guiding team as a trainee guide.
Yes.
Yes, but that time, unfortunately, we had COVID on our way.
Yes.
So the company said, because we did an interview and we attended some trainings, and we were qualified to start being as a trainee guides.
Yes.
But because we had COVID on the way, then the company said, okay, we understand you guys, you are looking forward to your new career. And now we are having so many guests canceling their trip because of the COVID.
Yeah.
So we would like you guys to go back to your respective departments. And then when the situation comes down, we're going to call you back and take you to your position that you were looking.
Wow.
And of course, we tolerated that and we understood because we could do nothing at that time. Yeah. So we waited, and in 2021, they started giving us the chance because we already passed the last trainings.
Yes.
Yeah. So in 2021, we just did a fresher course in Tarangire. Yes, for about a month. And then from there, we were allowed now to do as a trainee guides in 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. So when it reached in 2023, that's the time I started Safi. I started guiding by myself. And then from that point on, I worked in Selous in one season of guiding by myself.
Oh, really?
And now I have moved to Serengeti, of which it is one of the beautiful experience.
Tell me the difference between the Serengeti and Selous.
Yeah, so the Selous and the Serengeti, formerly it was known as a Selous, but now it is called the Nyerere National Park.
So it's what, a national park?
A national park.
Okay.
They just introduced it in 2019
as
a national park. So it's a new area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the difference between Nyerere National Park and Serengeti National Park, first of all, this area is more open. Yes. In Rohoya Selous, at some point, the area is pretty thick. Yeah, most of the vegetation with the palm trees. The area has got different varieties of habitats, but mainly it's palm trees that dominates the area.
Okay. What animals are there?
The animals, they have elephants, they have rhinos. I mean, rhinos are now not extinct because they were highly poached. And we have lions, we have leopard.
So a lot of...
we have good varieties of animals around that area. Yes, we have, one day I saw the honey badger.
Oh, honey badger! Wow.
Yes, even the pangolin.
Wow.
Yes, there are actually some very good places where people can go and see different animals. Yes.
Oh, that's
so. Cool. With the Serengeti, because it is one of the known place where people will travel from vast distance to here. As I have mentioned, it's more open.
Yep.
You have got chances of seeing so many different animals.
Yes.
Like we're talking about the big five.
Yes.
You will be able to see them in Serengeti.
Right.
So far, we have seen 4 of them. It's only the rhino that is missing.
Ready.
And because we still have some time, you never know.
Okay, so what are the 4 of the 5? What are the ones we've seen so far?
So far, we have seen a leopard. We have seen lion. We have seen buffalo, and we have seen elephants.
Yes.
So we are missing rhino to complete.
Rhino, okay.
Yes.
It's happening.
Yeah, it is happening. I can see that, and I can feel that.
Today.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're most welcome. Yeah.
Okay, so when you were growing up as a small child, did you want to work on safari? Was that something you always thought you would do?
Well, honestly speaking, when I was growing up, I didn't have any idea if I will become a guide one day.
Okay.
So the thing that happened is, when I finished my secondary school,
which is, explain secondary school. So in America, we have elementary school when you're like 5 years old to 12 years old.
Okay.
And then we have high school or middle school, which is like 12 years old to 14. And then high school, which is like 15 to 18.
Oh.
And then university.
And then university. So in Tanzania, we do categorize in 2 ways. We have ordinary school and ordinary level and advanced level.
Okay.
Yes. So I was in advanced level. So after I completed my studies, well, I was not be able to continue.
Okay.
Like with the other levels, because of the challenges that I had on my way. So I decided, I had to think like wisely, what should I learn so that I can keep on growing myself? Yeah, so I actually went.
And how old are you thinking this?
Well, at that age, I was 23.
Okay.
Yes, I was 23 at that time. So I was thinking about being a teacher. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I ended up asking my father, like, because my father actually is working in the airstrip areas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's actually doing some sort of sending money, like transactions. He's dealing more with the transactions. Yeah, so I asked him, because he lives in Arusha. I asked him, what is the most important thing that people are going after in Arusha? Like in terms of learning, I just want to learn something, but I have not figured out what would I like to learn. Yeah, so he actually advised me, if you want to learn, then for you, because you are still young, I would advise you to go to these tourism colleges. Yeah, so with the college,
there's tourism colleges.
Yes, there are tourism colleges in Arusha.
Wow.
Lots of them.
Wow.
Yes, lots of them. So yes, as soon as he mentioned that, my heart told me this is the thing I want.
Oh.
Yes, because in biology I had B+.
Okay.
Yes, so I had B+, and I said, okay, because I had a B+ in biology, and tourism is the theme of dealing with animals, learning different behaviors, and discovering different things. I said, okay, I need to stick with this one. Yeah. From that point on, I said, I have that. Yeah, I will go with that. Because that's the thing. I loved from the first day. So he took me to the college. It is called the Nairobi Institute. It's one of the very well-known college in Arusha. Yeah, so I did a certificate for that. Yes. But yes, there are other colleges.
How long does it take?
It is only 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes only 1 year. So I had to attend the class like for a year. And then at that time, within every Friday or Saturday, we would go to do bedding, like a bedding trip.
Oh.
Yes, with my fellow colleagues. So we will conduct every Friday. Maybe we just go within Arusha. We just go a little bit far out of town, and we do our birding until evening. That's the time we will just go back home. Yeah. So we had this experience throughout the year, and then at the end of the day, it built me very well with the birding. Yeah, with the birding capacity, with the birding experience. Yeah. So I actually kept on doing that. At the end of the day, I was pretty lucky. I always say I was pretty lucky. But because of my passion, I was really eager to learn different things and catch up with other people that are doing the same thing with me, like the way I'm doing. Yeah, so I had several friends that were also doing the tourism department, and of course we had the combination which is very perfect.
Yes.
Like now most of my friends are in different companies.
Of tourism.
Yes, of tourism.
When it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, but match with Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors. That's according to Indeed data. And a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so you can connect with candidates faster. And Indeed doesn't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree that Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. One of the things I love about Indeed is their user interface. It is going to be so easy. Even if you're not like a pro tech guru, you're going to be able to find who you need through Indeed. Leveraging over 140 million qualifications and preferences every day, Indeed's matching engine is constantly learning from your preferences. So the more you use Indeed, the better it actually gets. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/humanhope. Just go to Indeed.com/humanhope right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/humanhope. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Americans breathe in and out of their pie holes 20,000 times a day. That's right. We breathe 20,000 times a day. And guess what? 90% of that time we are inside. Did you know that the air we breathe is 2 to 5 times more polluted than the outdoor air? And in some cases, up to 100 times more polluted, according to the EPA. And did you know that air pollution is responsible for nearly 7 million premature deaths globally? So what in the world is the solution? Well, the solution is upstairs above me right now behind my sofa, quietly filtering all the air in my home. And it's called the Air Doctor. Air Doctor filters out 99.99% of dangerous contaminants so your lungs don't have to. This includes pollutants such as allergens, pollen, pet dander, achoo. I know some of y'all be allergic to your pets, dust mites, mold spores, and even bacteria and viruses that make you sick. So here's the deal. Air Doctor comes with a 30-day breathe easy money back guarantee. So if you don't love it, just send it back for a refund minus the shipping. Head to airdoctorpro.com and use promo code HumanHope. You'll receive up to $300 off air purifiers. That's huge. Exclusive to this podcast and the customers that come from here. You will also receive a free 3-year warranty on any unit, which is an additional $84 value. Lock in this special offer by going to AIRDOCTORPRO.com and use promo code HumanHope.
Is tourism would you say that tourism is one of the ways that children or families that are really trying to make it in, we've seen a lot of poverty since we've been here.
Yes.
Is that a way out of poverty? Do you feel like?
With tourism, especially for the younger ones and for the ones that are really living in Arusha, most of the people, I will say, they are looking forward for tourism because it is one of the things that brings life to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of people have built their house. They have built their vehicles, like because they are doing tourism.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like even by the camp, most of the people that are working there are coming from Arusha.
Oh, really?
And this is because Arusha is the center of tourism.
Yes.
Yes.
Was your family doing tourism?
Nobody was doing tourism except my father doing the transaction by the airport.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
that's
of course, it is kind of related things.
Sure,
because you'll be meeting the guest. Yes.
Yeah.
By the time they land at the airstrip, you will have the chance to meet them.
Yes.
Yes. But nobody was in the tourism
Nobody
system.
was in the tourism.
I started this.
Oh, you're the first one.
I am the first. Yes. And I'm pretty sure that maybe my other young brothers and sisters or even my kids later on, I will emphasize them.
Do you have children?
No, not yet. Yeah, not yet.
Oh,
yeah, in the future.
How many siblings do you have?
So far, I have 6 siblings.
I asked how many siblings.
Yes, 6 siblings. And I am the firstborn. Yes.
So how young is the youngest sibling?
The youngest one is now at the age of 5 years.
Oh my gosh, 5 years.
Yes,
Just a little.
Just a little guy, yes. Yes.
And how old are you?
I am 28.
28.
Yes, I'm 28 now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And everyone still lives in Arusha, your family?
My family, actually, some of them are living in Manyara, but it is, I am the only one that lives in Arusha so far.
Okay.
Yeah, but like the other ones, like three of them, they are still in primary school. Yeah.
But your dad works in Arusha?
Yeah, my dad works in Arusha. Yeah. And I'm currently looking forward to live in Arusha as well. Yeah, because that is my home. I love that place a lot because it is also makes easy for me to go to these national parks. In up north we have so many different national parks compared to the other southern parts or eastern parts of Tanzania. Yeah, but in northern, it's one of the good area where people would love to walk. As we all understand, the Serengeti is one of the most famous national park in Tanzania. Yeah. So, that's where I'm looking forward to live for the rest of my life. Maybe later on if I change my mind, but for the moment it is Arusha. Yes.
It is Arusha.
But for the moment, that's the place I'm really looking forward. Yeah.
And how often do you get to go back?
Well, like when we have to stay in the national park or like in the camp for about 1 month and 2 weeks. But we as a guides, sometimes we extend days. We might stay up to 2 months. And then from there we get 2 weeks off.
2 weeks off.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes.
What is I was thinking about this. What is the training to become a guide like? I mean, you have to, I'm thinking about everything that you have to know how to do. You have to know how to drive.
Yes.
How to get out of the holes.
Yes.
How to spot animals.
Yes.
How to keep your clients safe.
Yes.
How to keep them happy.
Yes.
All of these things.
Yes.
Explain a little bit about what that training's like.
All right. So with the training guides, first of all, with Asilia, this is why I love Asilia. First of all, I will give you a little bit of hint on how Asilia works.
Yes, please.
First of all, Asilia is one of the company that allows people to grow from one stage to another. As long as you
notice that.
Yes.
So you were a waiter and then you became...
There are people who have started even as a housekeeper until to the management level.
That's great.
Yes. So Asilia is one of the company that will give the chance for their staffs to grow. Yes, that but also Asilia is one of the company that helps the locals. Yeah, so from protecting the animals on teaching especially the kids. We have the program called Twende Porini.
Okay.
Twende Porini means let's go to the bush.
Really?
Yes. And this program is purposely made for kids.
Wow.
Acelia will take or will block the bookings for the paying guests.
No way.
So that these kids will come and spend 2 good weeks
Like
in the bush.
local kids?
Like local kids.
No way.
Yes.
And you take them doing what we do?
We definitely.
Oh my gosh.
I explain everything to them the same way that I'm explaining to you. Yes, that's how it will happen with the kids.
And then the kids fall in love.
And then the kids fall in love. At the end of the day, they will be good ambassadors. They will be good conservationists.
Yes,
to
they won't become
protect all the
poachers.
surrounding.
It'll be the other way.
Definitely. Like we have so many people who will like try to do things which are not good to animals. But as long as we are educating these kids and they are living with that memory, they will all go and say, oh, no.
Not okay.
You don't have to kill an elephant because of the tusk.
Wow.
You don't have to kill a rhino because of their horn. No. So these kids, at the end of the day, they will be very good ambassadors.
Oh, that is such a great thing.
Yeah. So the other thing with Acelia training, well, that thing takes a lot of time, of which it is good. It takes a lot of time, but in a positive way.
Okay.
The reason why I'm saying in a positive way is that Acelia will do a training and will do the interview. And maybe they will choose until up to 20 candidates.
Yes.
And then they will taken to our training center. It is called the Tarangire National Park. It's the Olivers camp. We have another camp. It is called the Olivers. So there is a center where people will go and do the training. So for the new ones, they will attend a 1-month training as a foundation course. And then after that, there will be other people who will be leaving the camp going back home because the pass marks of the company is 75%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you have to be above 75%.
So people will not pass that, so they have to go home.
They have to go home.
Wow.
Yeah, so, as the reason why they choose up to 20 people is to look who is better for them to take, yes. And then at the end of the day, you find that they need probably 10 people, and the rest will just go home. But they will always try the next time.
Yes.
Yes. So after that 1 month of being trained, when you do the final assessment and you are qualified to become a next trainee guide, you will have to come to these camps.
Okay.
And then what happens is that you will be with a guide. And you will be as a trainee guide learning from the guide.
Okay.
Yeah, so it takes a year.
A year?
Another year.
Wow.
Yes, of learning.
Yeah.
Imagine
before you get to do it yourself.
Before you get to touch your guest.
Yes.
Before you get to touch your guest, you have to stay at least 1 year or 11 months.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes depending on how quick you can learn things, the mentors might start giving
that
you...
guy that we saw yesterday. With
Yeah. So that guy, yes.
So he's who you sat with?
Yes. So I sat with him like for about 10 months.
Wow.
Yes. I was just learning from him. But time to time when the guides were really busy, and because I did that training, remember in 2020, and then we had to go back, I was given I had a chance of guiding, like if other guides are busy.
Okay.
Sometimes we have got people who will book the vehicle private. So you find that they don't want to mix with anyone. So we need another guide to guide the other guest. So I was doing those.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, after completing the 11 months or a year, you will have to go back to Tarangire again.
Really?
Yes, like to spend about 2 weeks of doing the final assessment.
Oh, and what's the final assessment?
The final assessment is the assessment that is someone is assessed to become a junior guide.
Okay.
A junior guide is the guide that is allowed to guide the guest by himself.
By himself.
Yes.
Yes.
That is a junior guide.
What does the test look like, though?
The test, wow. We have 2 different sessions of tests.
Okay.
So you will do the practical,
yes.
the practical assessment, and you will do the theory assessment.
Oh.
So with the practical, together with this theory examination, they will combine the marks, and I think they will, I don't know with how much they divide. The only thing they need is you to be above 75%.
And so is there a professor or a teacher pretending to be a guest and you have to,
yes. So
okay.
our mentor, our trainers,
yes,
the ones that are training us, they are the ones that they will sit behind here.
Oh,
they don't talk.
They don't.
They don't talk. They are sitting with their paper.
Oh,
okay. You guide them. Yeah, you guide them. They act like a very difficult guest.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Do sometimes they do things that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe a guest would do this, and I have to.
Yes.
Like, give me an example.
For example, well, they might sit here and you try as much as possible to entertain them, but they're just looking with their face in a way that they are not impressed with anything that you're doing. They just do their thing. You show them, guys, have a look. We have got nice elephant, the bull elephant there. Yeah, it's just feeding. Look how he's eating by using the trunk.
Yeah.
Look how maybe if they are doing the mud wallowing. Look. Imagine how difficult it is to deal with that person. It is super difficult.
Because you probably have guests that you have to do that with.
Definitely, of course. Yeah. And that's the reason why they're doing that.
Yes.
But you as a guide, that thing doesn't have to offend you.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't have to offend you. You just do your job.
Yes.
They will appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you are enjoying, you are actually showing them things in a way that is needed.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, despite these guys are sitting here, they don't want to listen to you. But as long as you are giving the right information, as long as you are doing the right thing, you have got the pass mark. Yes. You have got the tick.
That's good.
Despite they look annoying, but that's how they want it.
Yes.
Because you will meet with the guests that are acting like that. And then you have to handle them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the reason why they will do that.
Well, and then you have guests like Heather.
Yeah.
That are like, this is what I want to see.
Yes. Of course, there are people some guests that will come, of course, for you. For you, I understand. For you, I understand. Even for the other guests, I will understand.
Yeah.
There are people who will come with their list.
With their list.
Yeah. Oh, we have seen lion, check.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we have seen hyena, check. Oh, rhino, we didn't see. Cheetah, yes. Yeah, so they will come with their own list. But the situation that we are really facing, it's okay to come with your list. But the situation that we are really facing, and it is very difficult for us to handle, is when someone put a pressure on you.
Yes. Yeah.
That becomes even more difficult.
Yeah.
But if you give me your list, Hassan, I would like to see this. I would like to see that.
Well, that helps you because you know the area to go.
Yes.
Like if I say I want to see a rhino, you wouldn't say up where the line.
Definitely.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
but if I say we have to, that's different, right?
Yeah, that's very different category. Yeah, that's very different category. So we really come across with those type of people.
Yes.
But we as a guide, we are taught, we have actually attended so many different trainings.
Yes.
And our trainers tells us how to handle all these situations.
Yes.
We as a guides, we understand. Yeah. Of course, you need to see a lion, but I don't know where the lion is for the moment. I will give you the possibility because we know the areas pretty well.
Yes.
We know where we can at least find them. Like this morning, we have just started, and before even we reach the rocky areas, I told you guys, sometimes we do see the lions on these rocky areas here. So I'm gonna drive slowly and scan around to see if we will be able to see them. At the end of the day, we came across with the lions, and you were all
we did
all excited.
Let's go. Yes.
Yeah. So with the possibilities, it happens.
Yes. That's
with
so
the possibilities, it happens. But we have to be patient.
Yes, patience.
Yes, patient, and also we have to understand this is nature. there is no way that we can control it. Nature and animals can be anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not
This is not the zoo where you can say, okay, I want to go and see the rhino. Oh, that's the rhino.
Yeah.
Here we have to drive. We have to keep on looking. That's how we find animals.
Yeah. I have 2 questions.
Yes, please. You're most welcome.
The first one is a harder question.
Yes.
What's the most difficult thing about being a guide?
Oh, yeah. Well, the most difficult thing about being a guide is if you are not enjoying the activity. Yes. Because the mother nature, I always say, even if it is quiet outside, it is not quiet.
Well, it's beautiful. Even if there's no animals, it's still stunning.
Yes. So the thing I would say, well, for me, of course, sometimes we did get challenges like getting stuck with the rainy season. That's a very tough time that we all pass.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we do have like a very limited space. We cannot go further because some of the roads are not in good condition. Yeah. But the most difficult thing I would say is when you are not enjoying your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are not enjoying, you are in a wrong, you are in a wrong position.
What would you say is the hardest? Is it hard to be away from family? Or is the community here make you feel at home?
Well, yes. First of all, as Celia, we believe that we are one family.
That's sweet.
Yes. You come as a guest, you live as a family.
Oh,
yes. So,
So are we cousins? Now we're cousins.
You see, you met Chacha by the airstrip.
I did.
You met Chacha. You are one of the Asilia family already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, I will really thank Asilia. These guys have gone an extra mile. For now, every staff area or every staff village that we are living, the company understand we are actually staying pretty long.
Yeah.
In the bush, in the bush than when we spend the time at home.
Yeah.
So the company has brought us the Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Nice.
And we as the workers, we have provided a smartphone for our families back home. So like before we all go to bed, we will have the WhatsApp video.
That's great.
And we see each other. Some of my friends at the camp.
We'll give your family a phone.
Yeah, I mean, we as a guides, because they pay us and we buy phone for our wives.
Yeah.
Yes. And then every evening, everyone has to call the family and they can see each other.
That is
and,
great.
As another thing is the company gives us 2 weeks of like taking it easy with our family. Yeah. So that is the one of the thing I would say. It reduces the pressure for us to meet our family.
Yeah.
We can easily see each other. Some of my friends are telling me like, I have to call my wife. By now, my baby will not understand if she didn't or he didn't see me.
Yeah.
So I will have to video call him or her so that I can talk with my family.
Aww.
Yes. At the end of the day, they end up being happy.
Yeah.
It's like we are together. We are laughing. Yes, we are actually doing all the things
That's great.
that we would have done back at home. We frequently talk to them through WhatsApp.
That's great.
I'll never forget the first time that the Insta Familia rallied around one of our community members. And the way we rallied was we raised money for them through GoFundMe. I saw us raise $20,000 in just 30 minutes through GoFundMe. So when that time comes, GoFundMe is the most trusted place to raise funds, and it's a lot easier than you think, and it only takes a few minutes. With GoFundMe, you can get your fundraiser up and running in just a few taps. Trust me, they've got everything you need to help your fundraiser succeed. They've got tips, they've got resources, they've got tools, they've got all kinds of stuff to help you along the way. And here's the kicker. With a community of over 150 million people, GoFundMe is the leader in fundraising. Plus, here's a big thing that I didn't know about at the beginning, but you can withdraw your funds at any time, even if you don't reach your goal. So the next time you need help, whether it's for, something, raising money for your school, for your church, for your community, for Waffle House workers, whatever it may be, just tap the green start button on GoFundMe. It's free to start, free to manage, and designed to help you reach your goals. So this is what I'm going to offer you. Start your fundraiser today through my special URL, gofundme.com/Carlos. And this is what you get. As one of my listeners, you will get a free coaching session with a GoFundMe expert. This is huge, whether you're starting a fundraiser today or later down the line. So don't miss this. Start today at GoFundMe.com/Carlos. That's GoFundMe.com/Carlos. When I finally designed my very first shirt that I knew the Insta Familia was going to love, I used Shopify to help me get it to the Insta Familia. I used Shopify to help get my t-shirt to you. Okay? This is the perfect pairing for anyone out there that is in need of trying to start to sell something. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every single stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life brick and mortar store stage, all the way to the, did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify is there to help you grow. So it doesn't matter what it is you're selling. Shopify helps you sell everywhere because they've got an all-in-one e-commerce platform, and they've got an in-person point of sale system wherever and whatever you're selling. Shopify has got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, up to 36% better compared to other leading platforms. So listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to run right now, run with your fingers and sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Carlos. All lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Carlos now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Carlos.
Yeah. Okay, my second question is I want you to tell us one story before we're done.
Yeah.
Either a time that you were scared.
Yeah.
Or your very favorite memory as being a guide.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. It's a very good question. And I will dedicate the whole story to one animal.
Oh, right.
That has got two sides. The bad one and the funny one.
Oh, really?
Yes. And that's the hippo.
Oh.
Yes.
Hippos are dangerous, huh?
The hippos are pretty dangerous. They're pretty dangerous. They are well known for killing so many people in Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is because, like in the very remote areas where people walk in a distance to fetch some water. Yeah, so they will use the hippo pathways. So you find during the night, the hippos are out looking for something to eat. Usually these animals, despite we see them during the day, but they will be mainly active during the night.
Okay.
Even if they go out during the day, it's not going to be far from water because of the sun.
Yes.
Yeah. He understands what I'm talking. Yeah. So that's back to our question. So I was in Rojo. I'm starting with the scary situation that I encountered. Yes, I was doing the evening. Usually there we do evening boat cruise.
Okay.
Like if the guest is staying 2 nights or 3 nights, one of their last night we will have to offer him the boat cruise. Yeah, so I was with a couple. Yeah, so we actually drove from the camp all the way to the area where we park our boat. And then we get there nicely. We just get off the vehicle and then we jumped in the boat. We started cruising slowly.
Yes.
Slowly. As we actually going forward, we came across with a pond of hippo, like a group of hippo together. Yeah, so we stopped watching them. And then within a few minutes of watching the pond of hippo, there were another male in a distance.
Oh.
Yeah, so we just looked one time and then we said, okay, because he's by himself, let's continue to enjoy this big family here. Without realizing the time we spend there, when you're in the water, you don't know if the boat is moving or not because I switched off the engine.
Right.
And because that's the water from the lake, you never know. There is a bit of wind currents. And then the boat was actually slowly moving without even realizing. Oh, no. And the hippos, the lake that we have is slightly deep. And these hippos are not good swimmers, so they will walk underneath. So as we were enjoying this big group, this hippo, the male on the other side, actually came very close to the boat. And then what happened is that, when they're under the water, the hippos close their eyes, ears, and nostrils. So for them to see what is happening on the surface of the water, they will have to raise their head up, have a direction where to go, and they will just go under the water again. So by the time he was raising his head up, I was a meter close to him.
Oh, wow.
And he raised his head, opening the mouth wide. Imagine the full-grown male hippo opening that mouth wide. And if you remember, that's the scream I screamed without realizing that if I did that. Yeah, so that's the time I screamed without knowing if it was me that did that. And then this hippo opened the mouth quite wide and poured some water.
Oh my gosh.
In the boat. And imagine my guests were sitting in the front seat, enjoying their great view. They could barely see those teeth. Those teeth. They are big. When the more the hippo grows, the more their teeth grow as well. So they were pretty big.
Yes.
And while the guests, they were really, really terrified.
Yes.
They were very scared.
Yeah.
They were very, very scared. Personally, I have done so many boat cruises, but I've never come across with that situation.
Wow.
That was the first time.
Yes.
And I screamed. The time they were finding themselves where to hide, I was back there actually having nothing to do.
Yeah.
I was like freezing. What should I do? I didn't know what to do.
Well, there's no time.
Yes. And because this hippo was pretty close, he actually made the boat wobble a little bit.
Gosh.
Yes, because the pressure was pretty high.
Yeah.
And the boat wobbled. And then at the end of the day, when this hippo passed very close to the boat, I've never come very close to the boat.
Wow.
So the hippo kept on moving away, and the guests were breathing heavily. Hassan, this is enough to be the experience. This is enough to be the experience. Let's go back to the camp.
Yeah.
And imagine we have just started. It was our first pound of hippo to enjoy. And this is very enough. And they were leaving like tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
The day after.
That is so
And of course, I said, personally, me too.
Me too. Yeah.
I will not be able to continue with this because I'm already terrified.
shaking.
I'm shaking. I was like, oh, wow. What? Because that lake has got also so many crocodiles.
Yeah.
Yes. There are lots of crocodiles in there. So that's the thing I was afraid. What if the boat was flipped over?
Yeah.
It would have been more worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, okay, guys, because this has been experience for all of us, let's go back to the camp.
Is that, I've heard that that's common for hippos to bump and tip over?
No,
they don't tip over the boats?
They don't do that. I personally, but I have done this without knowing if they are under the water.
Yes.
I have at some point passed it on their back.
Yes. Oh,
but
wow.
it just shake the boat, but it doesn't flip over. Yeah, it doesn't flip over.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
well,
like when
That's
you.
a very scary story,
Yeah,
and
it's-
I'm thankful.
Oh, the
hi,
baby.
little friend.
Come
This
here.
is a baby wildebeest
Come
literally
here.
coming into.
Come here.
Hey,
Yeah, are you
are
lost?
you lost?
Where's your
Are you looking for?
Hello, baby wildebeest.
Do you think that we're your parents?
Oh my gosh, there's just a baby
You want to
wildebeest.
come here? Oh, this is the very risky.
What is happening?
So with any predator here, this will be an easy prey.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not your
An
family.
easy prey. Where is your family?
Gosh, this is horrible.
This is really incredible.
Did you get lost?
This is really incredible. You know, now there are a few numbers of wildebeest here. And by
He's
this
like,
baby being far from the parents,
This is so sad. He's
it's
gonna
not
be.
good.
That's why I'm not looking.
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna eat him right now,
Yeah.
but
Go find your parents. Don't come to
he's looking.
Yeah.
He's looking at
Well,
us.
he is
Can you
looking
help
for
us?
the safety area to stay. Yeah. I have seen some of the baby wildebeest going even to the lion to seek the help.
One last question, and then we can pack up.
No, I haven't finished.
Oh wait, you haven't finished? Yes, of course. That's right. That's right.
We are
Because
going
the other
to the second part.
yes,
the worst,
that's right. That's
I mean, the happy
sorry about that.
moment. The happy moment. This is the happy moment that we also enjoyed. So I was also doing a boat cruise in the evening. And then we came across, we actually saw several ponds, but the last one before we stopped for our sundowner drinks, we encountered another pond of hippo. So we stayed there watching them. And then, within the pond of the hippo, there is that one dominant male that take care of the rest of members. Yeah, so, and these males, male and female, they have got their different ways of pooping.
Of pooping?
Yes. Yes. So the females will poop by giving the dung, the small round dung.
Okay.
And then the male, they will poop by splashing, by splashing their dung, like spraying their dungs in the water or sometimes on land. On land, they do it purposely as a way of marking their ways, their territories, but also they do mark their territories in the water. So one day we were sitting in the pond and this dominant male, without realizing there is a friend back, he pooped on the face.
Of another hippo?
He pooped on the face of another hippo. and the other hippo that was being pooped, actually, he was like, trying to get away from that, but he couldn't make it. And then until the male finished doing that, the poop was all over the face, of that hippo. So the guests actually, they were laughing a lot.
Oh, that's so good.
Like we stayed there, not even talking, just laughing. Just laughing. Even by the time the guests went back to the camp, all they were telling other guests was the poop of the hippo being pooped to the other ones. Yeah, that was a really beautiful moment. I never laughed into it. I laughed that day so hard till my tears came out. And we were like, leaning to each other and all those things.
Oh, isn't that great what nature gives you?
It was really great.
It gives you joy.
I actually laughed very much until I said, okay. I felt myself pretty light.
Yes,
wow, I've enjoyed saying this. Not only me, but also my guests have really enjoyed saying this thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So that was the very funny moment, I would say, with the hippo.
Yeah. That was funny. That was funny. Last question.
Yes.
Last question is for anyone that's watching this.
Yes.
Or listening to it on their podcast in their cars.
Yeah.
That are like, I mean, I'm going to go on a cruise or I'm going to go to the beach or they're planning their family vacation.
Yes.
And they would never imagine, I should go on safari.
Yeah.
Why would you tell people, what does safari do for people's hearts? Like why should people choose to go on safari?
Okay, yeah. That's a very good question. Yes. And so many people would also love to ask the same question.
Yes.
Because as we all understand, there are so many people who are traveling from vast distance to come to these areas. Yeah, so people will have to come to safari because now we have these big open lands. And we have been staying in areas where there is a lot of tall buildings, there is noise, like you have so many people around you. But the thing with the safari, I would say it's like a medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah, it is like a medicine to me. Personally, being out here, just driving by ourselves sometimes, or even with other vehicles around, it is one of the things that will actually mentally makes us feel much better. Yes, because we all spend so much time in town, and we will spend maybe 3 nights within an area or even 5 nights within this area, and then you will go back there.
Yeah.
So being out here is one of the things I would say people should try and do it.
Yes.
Because we are having so much fun here. We are having and seeing a lot of things that we will not be able to see anywhere else.
Yes.
Yeah, so by being in the nature, we are really looking forward to enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, and the people are learning a lot.
Yes,
I always believe that seeing is believing. You might have some of your friends telling you that we went to Serengeti, we saw this and that. It was really nice. The area is beautiful. This is unique. There is no way that you will see another Serengeti.
Right.
You have to come here to experience and to see what does the Serengeti offer. Yeah, so people should come and visit. Even our government is really emphasizing the residents to travel and see how beautiful their country is.
Oh, even the residents.
Even the residents are now traveling. Yes,
that's good.
Government has invested some education. To the people, and now most of Tanzanians, even with the other neighbors, they are really focusing and they are attending to other national park or even conservation a lot. The aim is to make the memory for the family. Like other families will take their whole family together with the youngs, and they might come here even like for 2 nights. It's enough for them to explore the Serengeti or to explore Ngorongoro or to explore Tarangire, to just to see how beautiful it is out here.
Yes.
We are living in a natural environment.
Yes.
These environments are not destroyed.
Right.
Yes, they are protected by the government.
Yes.
That's why we have the chance to stop here and enjoy all the things that we are enjoying right now.
Yes.
Yeah, so people, I would recommend them to keep on traveling. Yes. It is like a medicine. It cures you.
That.
Yes, it cures you. It creates the pictures that are everlasting. Yes. And you will get the memory that would last longer.
That's right.
Even if you have your friends that would like to come to visit to this area, there is no way that if someone comes and asks for any idea like what should I do, you will always recommend something.
Yes.
You will always, guys.
Yes.
I have been there.
Yes.
It's beautiful. You just go and you will see by yourself.
That's it.
Yes. And this is how we all should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being on the safari, not only seeing animal, but being out in the open areas like this, it's something beautiful. There's no way that you can see it anyway. It is a medicine.
That is so good.
It creates something in your mind that will keep on clicking. Like if you have a holiday, you will always remember that.
That's right.
Personally, I'm looking forward. I'm giving, this is just for myself, but anyway, I do share with my guests. It's fine. I'm looking forward to marry next year.
You're getting married?
Yes, next year. Yeah. So one of the things that I'm looking forward to do is not actually to take my wife to these maybe lodges in town or somewhere else. I want to take her in the bush.
Yeah.
Spend at least 3 nights. Or I want to take her to Zanzibar to enjoy the beach. That's all I want.
Nature.
My vacation is related to nature.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I want to do it.
We love that too.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're great at it.
Yeah, definitely.
You're so good at it. And you've been the best guide. You've been amazing.
Yeah.
I just appreciate you. And we're not even done yet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, if you are done with the breakfast here, let's proceed. And then,
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Here, I'll take that
stop
microphone off you.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yep.